Welcome back. So, we continue. So we're still pushing, we're still looking for crossbow bolts everywhere by now. Another pickaxe. Sharpening stones. The way out. Okay. And a sledgehammer. This is the trouble. You find lots of stuff you need. At some point, you're going to have to start throwing stuff away. Okay, let's do some eating. Bring up space. I want the frying pan, basically. Don't need it, but... doesn't mean we're not going to take it. That saw's not essential. You can always bin the saw off if we need to. Okay, happy with that. This makes cooking easier in the future. Check that farm. Farms are a good source of tools. And now DayZ spawns most things in, not pristine, that is pristine, but most things are damaged or badly damaged. Finding pristine tools is a priority. A pristine sledgehammer and pickaxe, we wouldn't need to get spares. How's our footwear? So footwear's damaged. So, there's a sewing kit into hand, boots onto footwear, patch. Now they're worn. That's why we brought that with us. don't want to have an encounter with Zeds unless I have to. So. I think we got industrial that direction. Yeah, come out of the village, we're going up through there. The hill is up here somewhere, but that's looking very much like a big industrial type farm building, so it's worth checking. We'll push on that way. So one of the reasons Livonia's not liked is this. Big open fields with massive lack of cover. One of the reasons I love Livonia. Big open fields with massive lack of cover. Feels real. Feels to me a lot more like where I live in the UK. Feels like Devon. That I like. We're going to push down to that farming complex and search that. We need more tools. And if we find a pristine pickaxe, we might bin off the broken one we've got. We only need the pickaxe to get rocks. The sledgehammer we really need. For a cow. Don't need it at the moment. That up there is where a trader is on some modded service. Church at the top. Need one. Probably the only one we find, but the roof again. Nothing. Zeds over there. Right, we'll deal with them. I love this from a silent takedown perspective. No good against players unless you get the feet right over his head. That's the problem. Yeah. So slow to reload. Unless you get a headshot on a player with it, not a lot of luck, chance of killing them. And I've seen players run around with bolts attached to them. Something on there. Metal, we'll need that later on. That we want. Because we're going to prove that we can use it, aren't we? So... now comes the fun. Massive amount of space. Down around the place we run. Not going to search the whole town. Maybe rice sack. It's actually industrial we're pushing for, we know that. Because industrial is where we're getting the best hit. But if we find the flag making tools, we'll throw stuff away then. Reluctant to throw away the crossbow. Proving really, really effective against Zeds. Far more effective than a pistol. Meat tenderizer can be used as a hammer in emergency. We're pushing back towards the river now and we don't want to be doing that, we want to be coming up this way. Easy to get lost, even though you know the map. We are in wolf territory, just starting on the edge of it. And sometimes bear. Would rather not have a bear encounter. We do need to get through our food as we're going. Free up space. Vehicle spawn. Might be, you know. Worth a check in case it's fully working. Even if we just drive it for half a mile and then it dies on us. Still better than running. Missing. No, not fully working. Shame. Lit many a fire in that forestry block in an emergency. So, in the distance, you see that tower? That's where we're heading. You can see that on here. Can you? Yeah, you can. our food supplies. Really need to be eating that one. Over and done with. For unknown food, eat a little bit and then stop and see if you're violently sick, because it is unknown food, so you have no idea what you're going to get. A random chance of it being bad for you. Now if you're not sick, you can probably eat the rest of it, but it's not an exact science. That's my warning on that one. I like to run and eat, so it's burning off calories of what you've eaten. And we've got emergency food inside our frying pan. Full icon on food. Wait for that to go. Eat again. We don't have a map that you use in the conventional sense, as in modded server map. I prefer to work on head in the rough direction of where I know I've got to go. And work for landmarks. So the chimney's a landmark. You don't know the area at 100%. Chimney means industrial. Industrial is a chance of getting the tools you want. And this is quite a big industrial site. You want to search it all. You get a fair amount of Zeds here. Thought we saw a glimmer of pick something up then. Oh, it's probably worth killing them before they pick up on you. Ballistic vest. Badly damaged. Ours is ruined. Get rid of ours. Put on theirs. Badly damaged is far better than ruined. There. That was from that bloody food. Okay. We need to sort that out. So now I'm ill. We've got an ill icon. So, we got Tetra. Eat one of them. Hot bar it. When that pill's fucking sick again. When that pill's gone away, we'll eat another. We'll keep doing that till we either get better or die. Face mask on? No. But I'm really ill. Okay, the illness symbol's gone. I brought up whatever was bad. Tetra's helped. Having meds you can take straight away when you're ill can save you. As you saw, that took a while to kick in. Playing on modded servers or even vanilla, this is places where people build bases if they've got a large team. There's so much resources that you can get out of here. People love train yards and things like that. The spawn point's over there, it's down there, and it's inside back there or inside there, so it's worth checking them all. That. Dust mask, not interested in. Not interested. Helmet, not interested. Spark plug, I wouldn't normally, but can always throw it away if we don't need it. That one. Obviously you might play vanilla PvE, in which case this is very similar to what we're doing now. So your choices of servers out there, PvP or just vanilla, PvE Player versus environment. A mixture of both if you're playing on PC. So you might get PvE with PvP circles, or PvP with PvE circles. And the circles, if it's, well, describes what it is. Inventory crate. Bolt visor. Running out of space. Once again. So you keep finding things you really need. Said really need in inverted commas because. So 3-dial combination lock or 4. Go for 4. For a brute force attack, it's going to be harder for them to get in. 9,999 combinations compared to 999. Or you can find it a 3, go for a 3, but Zeds picked up on me then, wasn't it? So we might have to meet him anywhere. There he is. So that's why we switched to Knuckle Duster. Historically, that building's not that good. So I wouldn't spend time searching it, unless you're playing a modded server, in which case they might have done some work on it for you. See, that's at distance, so it didn't do the job. So it doesn't like it when you double tap them. Big military without the pit this time. Okay, so we're getting to the point where our bolts are breaking. Again, different take on a base. You know, block off there. Maybe leave that one clear. Build an airlock here, airlock here. Better from a this point of view, but you want to put some walls up with bar, double walls up if possible. But large team base. Now comes the fun. Do we want a CR? Probably is the answer, but we don't have a mag or ammo. But we've got the 5.56 for emergency. Got battery. So glasses, put them on. Get a tint. You might like that to block the sun, you might not. Personally, I'm no fan. This place nearly done, you know. Pretty warm. Love that. Block mag. Good nick. So that's that place done, I think. Unfortunately, not a particularly good one. I'm not interested in fighting the Zeds today. Farm, buildings and housing. There is another industrial up there. Power plant. So we'll push towards the power plant. We're running out of bolts. They're all getting really badly damaged. The more you use them, the more damaged they become. But you can see how important feathers are. The silent takedown at reasonably close range. That didn't work. And their friends don't notice. Ruined. I hear a chicken. If you want more bolts, 3 dial in good nick. Take the same space. Knife. Okay. I don't want the meat. I only want the feathers. Welcome back. So, just taking a little break there and carrying on with this mission. Let's set on with help. So we were looking for the other item to build with, weren't we? We'd come from there. So sledgehammers needed. Sharpening tool if possible. You need to finish the flag off. So we'll be searching a lot of the properties in this village, the items we need, and preparing to sacrifice some of the items we've got, should we find what we're after. But sledgehammer, sharpening stone is the important stuff. The normal mag out. That's fine. We might have to bin the crossbow off because it takes up so much space. And we can get that onto our backs. And I'd rather bin the crossbow than the rifle. Then the rifle's easier to find. Which is the trouble. It's all about making choices. Blade is no good. Livonia is certainly looking very green today. You'll have to use some of these resources we've got on us that we don't really need. How's my gloves? They are worn. Mine are pristine. Sheds and barns that we need to be searching. Farms. They are worn. We need. Right, now the fun starts. So we need to fit that in. Make sure it doesn't despawn. We'll put it there for the moment. Work out where we are. We don't need that. Going to bin the crossbow off. We don't need that. Let's get rid of the crossbow. Put that on our backs because it's big. Start to sort this out. Repairs if we can. No, that's fine. Get rid of that. That for lock, get rid of. Bone kit we need. Pistol we need. Saw we need. Eat some food. Repairs if we have to. 15, 1. That needs epic putty, which we don't have. That drops that down. That's good. Going to bin the crossbow. We can bin them off. Keep that. Don't need the barbed wire. Find plenty of that out in the world. That up. And that up. That up. Bin off the Glock. Keep the pistol. Batteries down. If we ever find MVGs, it's okay. Plenty of food in there. Probably need to keep the food supply and our meds. Bring that over. Got the beans in that. Yay. Nails are building supplies. Let's move them down here. There. That down to there. That's fine. Okay, so if we put food in here. Ammo up to here. Taking off that broken hook. Got a good hook. That's sorted. Okay. Better position than we were. We are minus the crossbow, but we were running out of ammo. We'd have to make some more. And what we're carrying now is more important. Let's reload this one. Okay, let's start to make our way home. Out of that. We could for the moment take that. But searching as we go. If we get that home. Yeah, it's one of those batteries damaged and damaged. That's badly damaged. Take that away, put in the damaged one. Fanta, we'll have that. Gun we don't need. There we go. That might be enough to get the job done. One more would solve it. We've still got quite a bit of work ahead of us to get the flag up. There's a lot of stuff to be moved around. Okay, weapons are jamming. Let's go home. Done with one more sharpening stone. We'll do a little search as we're moving, just here and there. Gouges, always worth a search. Retail lock. 4's better. Awful not having code locks, but I'm used to playing on PC far too much. And I often think for vanilla it would be nice to have like a padlock with a key. Rather than code lock all the time. Got anything? Oh, I've got that on. But that's only carrying a water bottle and a knife. If I put the hip pad on, my knife will go there, and I've still got some slots. But we'll carry that. So if we find a pistol holster, we can solve that problem there. Okay. Oh, there's a train. It might be a base builder. Oh, it's an incident train. Excellent. I think it's the first time I found the incident train, the crashed train. Base builder so far. Clothing. We really want tools. That's what we're after. Not spades. Plenty of them around. Here the Z's the other side. We've picked the right side. These are so much better on modded. They set the loot table for them. Always take the rope. PK, a torch. Lumber pile, always useful. Mountain backpack is an 80 slotter. What have we got? We've got a 63 slotter, so we will now move across to the mountain. That one off. That one on. A lot more storage. On the blue one there, but that's badly damaged, where ours is pristine. Do we cut wood now? Don't need it. Not ideal. I might search these other carts though, without getting injured. Hiking, fuel bag, shotgun, don't there. Tent, do care, sporter. Take the ammo from that. Storage. Canopies are the big ones, aren't they? Need to move stuff around if possible. That. Wrong way. Bugger. Ah, back to pristine. That's good. Get rid of that. That's not important enough. That's there. I'm only thinking of storage in the base. Go. Pistol 7.62 54. That. Don't need that. Don't need that. Teddy bear. Okay. Now let's just check before we run all the way with it. It's the one I want. Yes, it is. Because that gives you storage that you can just walk under. So we can put it up in our barn, and that will make the roofs have storage, which will be useful. Will be a long walk home, but we should be able to get the flag up, ish. We'll be able to lock our door. Perfect. And we can start to build a base. Start using up some resources that we need to, food and water. There. Viewing tabs in there. Wait. I'm tempted to move us onto the island, seeing we're on Livonia. We'll have to move bases though, so it'll be quite a move. But then we can build an island base, and I can show you the vanilla island base. Certainly you can talk about defences and anti-raid walls if you're playing vanilla. There are ways of making anti-raid walls if the rules allow it, and the island's a really good place to do it. I don't want to put a flag up twice, that's for sure. Looking good, you know. It is looking good. Can't run because of carrying the tent. Now let's go for where we are. We can still build some. I can still show you the principle of anti-raid walls. We've already got storage in place, so the last thing we want to do is give ourselves more work than we have to. What's that back? I realise we're likely to bump into Zeds in places like this. We're really after is another sharpening stone. That would 100% solve our problem. Unknown food can, we'll take that. Alarm clock I'm not interested in. Here the Zeds. There it is. But no stamina to aim for the weight we're carrying. Swing back. Double tapping with a pistol with a 2-2. Don't know how I did that. Just a Jenny. Good nick though. So we're doing a goblin search, which is, we're not going to hit every building. You'll use up more resources, I believe, than you gain in resources. Different type of resource. Best hiding place on the map, you know, that is, supposedly. Because you can get a box inside there. I don't agree it's the best hiding space. I think it's a good one. I can show you better. Which we will do, hopefully. Once we've got the beginning of the base built, we can go off and talk hiding places for goods when you're building up. Especially on a populated server where you need to be a little bit wary of things happening. Oh, I know where I am. Floor, brass knuckles. Oh, what condition? They're pristine. Mine are worn. Get rid of mine. Go to the pristine. A rifled slugs. No. They are good, but we've got a rifle. See, that's massive, but worth having if you're trying to live covert. Because you can have a fire then without showing fire off, so you can cook food. What we're really after is another sharpening stone, so we know then we can finish the flag, as long as we're careful. They're down here, over there. Okay. Cargo pants, fine. These can make a good base. You know, a door up there. Get a car inside. Get storage down the sides. Can work really well with a covert base. Box of 2-2, that's worth having. Get through a lot of 2-2 dealing with Zeds. But while we're at it, let's get some mags reload. Throw that one away, it's badly damaged. Just jam all the time. So when you hear an explosion, check the sky. You're looking for a flare. If a flare comes up, get out of that town. Working car. This needs all the parts. So it's not really working. Okay. Follow the river along. Till we get to a crossing point. We're in the right place. I think we are. Go to the unknown food can. We'll eat that en route. Might be a mistake. It's unknown food. It's random unknown food. You'll either get a good can or a bad can, but sometimes you have to take them risks. Railway track, yes it is. Okay. I think we haven't quite come to where we need to come to, but this will take us down there anyway. It's okay. Yeah, it's all the reed beds. Get the flag up, we can then start looking at pushing into military to exchange this rucksack. Could be useful. So if I was looking for a covert base, underneath what we're on now would work really well. For getting the flag. Flag doesn't work. We know that. Flag is a bit of an issue because it's big and horrible and in your face. So if you're going to put a tent up for 7 days, somewhere like that, or if you're on a modded server that allows you to have bases without flags, there are some out there, building underneath this, if it's door only raiding, and maybe putting the door at that end and having airlocks all the way through and living at that end, would give you a nice covert base. And if you put wooden outers and you put them right up to the edge, people probably wouldn't think it was anything other than meant to be there. The eye fools you quite easily. If it looks like it's meant to be there, and if you built your, we know it's not a flag, but if you built your equivalent of a territory flag at the far end, you could then move in, you could have both, you could cover both of them in wooden walls and airlock them both and have 2 stashes. By giving people a choice of what they attack, they're using up more resources to get to you. And they might not get both sides. Of course, it's different if there's wall raiding. If there's wall raiding, then it becomes a lot harder to find somewhere covert, because you need a tunnel to protect your roof and your walls. That we do need. Second saw. Now we're on track again. Off track. So I'm working through my food supplies because we're going to have access to food when we get back home. I'm going to take stuff out of there, put stuff back in. You've got more space again. But open. So these cans will give hydration as well as food. Put it into there. Get into a quick slot. And then what you can do, you can eat it. And if you get a full stomach, you can just switch off it or leave it there, or if you come under attack, you can deal with the problem and then go back to it when you need it. You might get right through this without a full stomach. There we go. Now the little tins that don't give a lot, we'll keep them for an emergency. See, that property there could be a good base building property. A little bit covert, it's hidden. At night people would run by without knowing it was there. Through the reeds to go there. We can have a look at it, shall we? Oh, we'll have to swim the river, won't we? This is all good covert ground. The river gives protection because people don't like swimming in vanilla. Some PvP servers it makes no difference. Even living in the middle of this lot, putting a tent up to work. Probably get a flag up there with a bit of work that wouldn't be seen. Carry on down. Or it would be seen, but you can, there's a ways of hiding a flag. So if you have all your resources to build a flag, and then you cut a tree down, big tree next to your base, and then right in the middle of that tree you build your flag. After a server restart, the tree grows back and it covers the flag up, or the flagpole up. Tall enough tree, all that will show is just rocks at the bottom. So when people are running around and looking for flags, they won't naturally see it because it's in the middle of the woods. And we're nearly home. It's really good. So it means next episode we can start trying to build a flag. And that in itself has a lot of work to be done. But we can get a code lock up, we can get a flag in. In all honesty, we might not have enough resources to do it, but at least we're going to try. Another sharpening stone, we would have guaranteed we would have done. But we'll try. We'll get some food planted. It takes an hour to grow, roughly. Now down here there should be a bridge. I think this is our village, or we might be the next village on, but either way we'll cross here. Good to get that base finished. So much easier on a modded server. I like vanilla, but I play a lot of vanilla with extras, so just quality of life improvements. So things like press M for the map. Yep, that's there. Bang. You can put waypoints in. You might have team markers rather than having to go for tactical flashes or armbands. Code locks, certainly. Weapons renamed to the correct names, because who wants a KA when you can have an AK? Normally door only raiding. Maybe a little building pack. Nothing major, maybe something like even more doors, which lets you block off buildings, build anywhere, so it doesn't force you just to build outside of buildings and let you inside some of them. Never understood that, why they didn't allow building of resources in any location. That's our footwear. Still okay. Worn, isn't it? When it goes damaged, we'll replace it. Well, we'll repair it. Yeah, I think we're living up in there somewhere, aren't we? Not 100% sure. Yeah, this is where the old police checkpoint is, and a little bit of military here. Could do with staying clear. I don't really want to get into a firefight now. If we die, we've got a long way to get home. So push out a little bit. You might have to fight some of them, but hopefully not all of them. You could swim across, but you then need to dry out, otherwise you'll catch a cold for sure. Use pathfinding to your ability, so the game doesn't expect you to be up here, so the AI doesn't know how to deal with it as well. Where down here, that's where it expects you to be. Yeah, this is the town, isn't it? Sure. Not 100% sure, but we shall see. We were just a little bit out of it, weren't we, in a barn? Or a garage, a wooden garage, a shed. Through these apple trees. Search this one. Barbed wire. New pair of cargo pants. Always worth having. Maybe it was the next one on. 357 I don't want. Forget I've got this big tent, so I can't carry. I used to be able to, I can't jump. I can carry, I just can't jump. Not that one, but it's one of them. Ah, it's the next one on, wasn't it? Right. Not too far to go, and we are now on the right side of the river, which is useful. Yeah, so Zeds around because they normally spawn about there and then make their way up. So it's another thing to learn on maps, unless they've been heavily modded and they've changed the spawns, is learn where the Zeds spawn in as you move into an area. It isn't as random as it sometimes looks. So if you run in here on vanilla, deal with that Z wherever it is. And all the Zeds are there in a little circle, then it's you that spawn them in. If you get here and they're massively spaced out, either you've walked in slowly or someone else has spawned them in. Remember that when you move about 500 meters away from them, they will despawn. So if they're spread out when you move in, not only have you brought them in, but there's someone else local. So in the real world, we'd think of it probably as ground sign. In DayZ, use that sign to work out what's happening. Make our way along to the next village. But hugging the river, sort of. Just going to check this shed en route. We've got loads of storage now with his tent. Will help. Especially with base building, when we're going to have big items that you can't fit naturally in some of the smaller areas. See that stove we found earlier, stovetop, you'd put it on that, but that's like massive. But you can then combine the two so it takes up the space of the canister, and that would then allow you to use that frying pan to cook on them without having to actually light a fire, as long as you can light the stove. Doesn't give off smoke in the same way. can be used out in the ground quickly, but you don't get warmth off it or heat, or you get very minimal heat off it. So anywhere you see one of those, it's a potential animal spawn point. And we say potential because the game, how it works is within the server settings, it will say how many animals maximum on the server at the time, and how many we should put together. And then within different settings, it shows you set the grid references of where you're going to have animals and what type of animals. Police checkpoint. So this we will deal with. Chance of ammo. We don't need a radio, but hey, that we do need. Not having the stamina is really difficult. 5.56 will take, especially in good condition. So they are pristine. Mine are still pristine, but we've used them. So mine are more likely to turn unpristine quicker. So swap them if you can do it safely. I'm not a fan of sunglasses, others are. The Humvee's worth checking. So ballistic's better than press. Smoke grenade not interested in. Get on the roof, I'd need to bin off that on the floor. That mag's badly damaged. Leave it behind. Check the area in here. Don't need. Do need. Don't need. Okay. Still not a bad little haul. Battery, not interested. Change mags. And while we're in a safe position, in inverted commas, reload. Just trying to free up the space for when we find things. I don't think we've moved this far along. Okay, so that's it for this episode. I will catch you on the next one. We'll try and find home again.